when you look at it this way, that when you observe various items at a different time, you'll be able to classify those ones that are similar in nature and those ones that are not similar in nature. That through observations, you'll be able to classify items that are similar in nature and those that are not similar in nature. And you'll be able to explain and the exact relationship that is existing between the two variables or more variables. It could be positive relationship, it could be negative relationship, it could be any pattern of relationship. But management theory will enable you to classify and analyze facts which you'll be able to establish from your observation. Then the next one is generalization of forms to a particular or specific image. Now, when you talk about generalization, if 1 + 1 item in Nigeria is 2, and you travel to America and they are bringing 1 + 1 together, you will equally say it's 2. They are bringing one table and another table together, you'll be able to say 2 tables. That when you observe facts from theory, when you observe facts from theory over a long period of time, you can use the fact to generalize, to infer in other situations where the observation and the result are similar in nature. Then we talk about testing of generalization and hypothesis of accuracy. What we are saying in essence is this, that if you have good knowledge of management theory, and this theory is the facts you obtain from observation, and they have been together for a long period of time in such a manner that you will establish the true nature of it. Now, you cannot test under certain situation that if this thing has been behaving like this one should also behave like this way. For example, we have been able to establish for a long period of time, maybe from observation, the fact that if the price of a product is increasing, the demand for that product will fall. We have been able to observe from a long period of time the fact that if the price of a product is increasing, the supply of that product will rise, meaning that the higher the price of a product, the higher the quantity supply. Now, the supplier is willing to supply more while the price is increasing in order to make more profit. Now, you now need to test, even in your own business that you have just established, you may tend to reduce the price of your product in relation to the price of other products in the market, and see that when you reduce your price with a marginal percentage lower than the price of other people in the market, you'll be able to test if your generalization will work, that the lower the price of your product, maybe that will be higher in the quantity demanded of your product. So the theory will enable you to test the generalization or the hypothesis for accuracy, that can it be true that I've been observing over a given period of time that if the price of a product is falling, the quantity demanded is increasing. Now I'm into business and there is a prevailing market price. I'm not involved in the sales of bottled water, and the market price of bottled water is 70 naira. And that is the price everybody is selling the product. Now that everybody is selling the product for 70 naira, you decided to sell your own for 60 naira. Now, what do you want to do? You want to test your observation that when there is fall in price of product, the quantity demanded will increase. You now decide to fall your own price to 60 naira and see if there will be demand for the product compared to other sellers in the market. We're not saying that one of the role of management theory is to enable you to test generalization or hypothesis. Then we'll talk about explanation of relationship between two more or set of variables, both dependent and independent. What we have been saying all of this while is that we are looking at what relationship exists between two variables. For example, you talk about quantity demanded and the price. The quantity demanded is a dependent variable, while price is an independent variable. So if If price is a dependent variable and quantity demanded is independent, you're not saying that what relationship exists between the price of a product and the quantity demanded. Now, we have agreed that the quantity demanded of a product has an inverse relationship with the price. That the quantity demanded of a product has inverse relationship with the price. And we take the quantity demanded to be dependent product, and we take the price to be independent. Now, when you have this maybe demand theory and other theory, you'll be able to establish the relationship that exists between the product and the price. For instance, labor supply and labor demand. That when wages are increasing, the supply of labor will increase because there will be more labor into the market because the wage rate is increasing. So the good understanding of theory will enable you to establish, to explain, to understand the relationship that is existing between various variables in the economy, in the organization, and the theory, the knowledge of the theory will give you good understanding of this. We move on to say, in summary, the role of management theory is to classify significant and pertinent management knowledge, and management theory like social science does not only enhance but widen our understanding of management. Then we're now saying that for you to have good understanding of theory, you must understand the basic, we call it OGEP. And what is OGEP? We talk about observation. That for you to have good knowledge of theory, you must have been observing for a long time. And why are you observing? You're observing to obtain facts. Your observation is to obtain facts. You keep on observing, and the essence of observing is to obtain facts. When you obtain the facts about the relationship in